Okay, what's up, guys? So, one of you guys wanted me to check out this video from internet historian called The Fall of 76. I was not born in 76. I was actually born 20 years later in 96. So, yeah, I don't know what was going on. I need to pay attention more to, like, history and stuff. I honestly have to say that's probably why I came, like, close to failing history classes instead of passing. Now, I came close to failing. I was like, I don't know. I just figured because they turned the lights out, they playing some George Washington video. I'm like, this would be a good time to just fall asleep. So I'm like, yo, history and me, it's just it's not my cup of tea. If I'm gonna play a rhyme game with this one, yeah, it's just history and me is just not my cup of tea and stuff. So, but let's see what went down in the fall of 76. So, anyways. Or let's see the fall of the 70s. I don't know. But anyways, make sure you guys go subscribe to Internet Historian for more videos like this. The failure of the Five Festival. I heard of that. So there's like some festival that Ja Rule was supposed to do, but he just didn't go through with it. Kind of like the Tana Mojo con thing, whatever it's supposed to be. But anyways. Whoa, wait a second. Hold on, bro. Like, he had... This video meets the criteria of legal fair use in those... Okay. 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 Oh, is he talking about Fallout 76? Or is he...
If you found this tape, it means that everyone is dead. Or working at a different
office. This is about the video
How
game
did this
Fallout.
happen? Well, I'll tell you. Buckle up, buckaroos.
I thought this was like some actual, like, something that happened in, like, 1976. I'm like, yo, what was going on back then? I'm like, yo, am I gonna have to ask my parents? Like, yo, what was happening in the fall of 76?
Today's lesson is the misfired launch of Fallout 76. June 2018.
This game, though, to speak on Fallout 76, because I did buy it. But it just, yeah, I didn't play it though, cause no, see, fun fact about Fallout and the whole series, I am deathly terrified of Fallout. I cannot play Fallout. After I was seeing giant ants and roaches and bloatflies and all that stuff, could not play the game. I was terrified of this game. So I wanted to play Fallout 76 because at the time being when this game was out, I already had my gaming channel up and running. So I was like, okay, I think that would be a good video to do where I'm playing this game and I'm like deathly terrified and stuff, just so I can show people how terrified I am of this game. Now, I think the only thing that happened was a cow ran out of these bushes and scared me and stuff. That was it. But it was like I didn't come across a bunch of people. There just was absolutely, I didn't know what I was getting myself into. So I'm like, oh, maybe I missed out on something. I'm like, maybe I shouldn't be playing this game. But no, it was just the game was just poorly put together and stuff. So, but anyways.
It began with everyone getting just a little hyped up.
Have we waited long enough, guys?
Oh God, yes we have, Todd.
I think we have.
Fallout 76, Bethesda's biggest game yet. My God, it was exciting, and they promised we'd know more at E3. E3 hype time, the press conference. 16 times the detail.
16 times the detail.
It's funny though. That's why I'm like, I never believe anything from these E3 events. Now, I'm not saying that you guys should stop believing stuff from these E3 events. I'm not saying that everything is a lie, but I'm just saying there's been times where, prime example, the video game, and one of my favorite video games, Tom Clancy's The Division. I remember when they showed an E3 like gameplay video of that game, and then when it officially got released, two different games. So my theory behind like E3 games and then the actual game that gets released is that they're just coming out with some like cinematic movie. They're all like, okay, we're just going to come out with this little movie to make everybody hyped up for getting this game. But the real project is being worked behind the doors and stuff. So yeah, you guys can, that's why I'm like, take everything that you see at these E3 events very, very, very lightly.
Rendering, lighting, and landscape technology.
4 times the map size.
It is 4 times the size of Fallout 4. And it's our biggest one yet.
My God, it was exciting. November 14th, 2018. The game
It's
goes
crazy that
live
game came out
with
2
a
years
day
ago,
one
but I
patch
guess
of
it's-
50 gigabytes.
For fuck's sake.
crazy.
I'll see you tomorrow.
But once that's downloaded, people start logging into the hellscape that is Fallout 76. And
that's what it was
oh
doing.
dear lord, they never fix the bugs. And there are so many of them. Goodbye,
It's been what? Dang, it's been like probably 30 years since that scene in My Girl. But I still take that scene in My Girl very heavy. So don't. In any future videos, I would appreciate if Macaulay Culkin getting stung by bees. I would appreciate if that's not any future videos. I took that scene. It was very heavy on my heart.
World, goodbye necks, goodbye body, goodbye heads, bugs, bugs, bugs everywhere. Server crashes, game
That's the stuff
crashes,
I don't
old
like,
bugs
man.
imported from Fallout 4. Use more than one nuke at a time, server's dead. Textures far too texturous and all-consuming void.
Like, yeah, because
Error
I don't like insects. I don't like insects at all. I seen the insect earlier, and I was just like, bro, why is that? Why do I have to see it? Why do I have to see certain things? You know, like I just wish like I was just blind from insects. So a game like this just wasn't the game for me.
307. Can't pick up stuff, can't stop asserting dominance with a T-pose, frame rate problems, screen tear problems, getting too swole, getting underneath the map, getting attacked by
That's
invisible
everything.
enemies, spawning too many enemies,
It kind of speaks for itself.
spawning too many god rays. Also, your camp resets after every session, and sometimes it goes underwater.
Wow.
Holotapes randomly play static, but too many holotapes mean none of them will play. Enemy AI is far more A than I. Animations are broken. Surprise! Floating objects and a traveling merchant. Just to name a few. Joseph Anson has a great video that documents just the ones that he found personally. That video is
1,000
3 hours long.
Wow.
But it gets worse. Error CE348780 can corrupt your data and force you to reinstall the game and console operating system. A few PC players had their computers brick entirely. Also, when the date rolled over to the 1st of January 2019, the nukes in the game stopped working altogether. No one thought it prudent to program in
That's
other
crazy.
years in an always online game. And a few players were straight up logging into other people's accounts. This guy had a level 78 character that was randomly replaced with a level 8 character.
Wow.
Bethesda said they couldn't do anything about it.
How? Oh my god. Well, I guess I can understand, like, they can't bring your character back, but you can at least, like, give me something. See, nah, you better give me some, like, in-game currency or something to have me get back up to a level 7. That is messed up. Oh, I'm glad I didn't heavily get involved in Fallout 76, because, no, if stuff like that happened to me, I'd been like, oh, I'm done. I don't ever want to play this game. I honestly, that probably been the first time ever I would have tried to ask for a refund in like an Xbox One game. And I don't even know if they do refunds, but I'm like, no, I don't want to play this game if there's that many bugs. And I'm like, yeah, that's it would have been just like, what was it, Batman Arkham Knights? Remember when that game, I think, no, didn't they do that with Steam where it was all like people was asking for their refunds and stuff? Like this game was, did they even release it on, I don't know, but anyways.
Many players are not thrilled with this game, and they want Bethesda to know that. And they want everyone else to know that too. But Bethesda owns the platform. Is Fallout 76 fun?
Yes, it is. Banned for racism. Thread locked.
They had no direct outlet for their rage. The only solution was to put a torch to everything else. Reddit, Twitter, Bethesda's other games on Steam. The backlash was immense. But surely level heads would prevail. The reviewers would come out and say that the game isn't so bad.
Yeah, I feel like sometimes, though, it's like some of those reviewers, they could be getting paid.
Oh dear lord, they hated it. This is so sad. Despacito, play Country Roads.
Almost heaven, West Virginia,
Dang.
Blue Ridge Mountains, Shenandoah
Dang, they
River.
got it.
And the
Who gave
YouTube
him a
community
5?
had this to say.
Was it a 5
It's
out of
really
10 or a 5 out
fucking
of 5?
boring.
Could barely bring myself to play it in order to finish this review.
No one on staff wants to play any more of this video game. I'm not going to subject myself to another 20, 30 hours of this fucking mess.
In short,
Wow.
Fallout 76 is morally, technically, and creatively bankrupt.
The mods on Bethesda forums were working overtime. The mods on Reddit almost gave up. Look, I'm not saying that some people didn't enjoy and have fun with this game, but what I am saying is that the Metacritic was really funny to read. So what happened? Well, it came out that development was hugely rushed. The deadlines were tight. Too tight. Plus, this wasn't Bethesda's A-team. It's actually a relatively inexperienced division based in Austin, and the scope of the game kept getting bigger.
We're gonna need distant weather systems.
Hey Todd, I stayed up all night and I just finished.
We're gonna need 16 times the detail.
Please, Todd, no more.
We're gonna need 4 times the size of Fallout 4.
That, and they were trying to patchwork the old Bethesda creation engine into a multiplayer framework. What else could you expect?
That's why I give my kids Fallout 76.
Now, Bethesda could tolerate the bugs and the bad reviews and the irate players, but what they couldn't tolerate were the exploits. Infinite inventory, infinite invisibility. The frame rate was tied to the game speed, so people were going a lot faster than they should. Server hopping for more items, infinite cache and infinite duplication, unlimited XP, unlimited nuking.
Wasn't Grand Theft Auto 5 the same exact way? Like Grand Theft Auto 5, yeah, they face so many different problems. Like, prime example, the missions in there, how you will be doing these crazy long missions but will only get like $1,000. People was going off about that left and right in Grand Theft Auto, and then as soon as people was like getting into the game, modding it to where they had like $300 million or $1 billion or something. GTA, they were just all like, yeah, we're not going to we're not going to tolerate that. So they made sure every update they would patch all of those glitches and mods and all that stuff. They was like, yeah, that's not happening. That's not happening in our game. But they make sure that it's like, yeah, the exploits and all that stuff, oh yeah, they'll get rid of all of that. But there are actual problems that everybody is like talking about and things, and that's the only reason why people was going out and doing the things that they were doing in this game, because it wasn't like you guys was listening to us, so they had to take it into their own hands. It's like, listen to your fans, like when this game very first comes out. Look at that one game, Anthem. They did not listen to anybody. They just came out with the game. It was just a money grab, and now look, now they're trying to revive the game and stuff.
Naturally, this can really mess with other players' online experience. So Bethesda was ready, with the ban hammer and a blindfold to wildly flail around and take down anyone who happened by. But Bethesda wasn't satisfied with just banning people. No, they're a progressive company with big ideas. They wanted to give a road to redemption. So support sent out this email to players caught cheating. We would be willing to accept an essay on why the use of third-party cheat software is detrimental to an online game community. That's right, 500 words on why you're a very naughty boy, and they may just give you your account back.
Wow.
But a couple of days later, the mocking from news outlets caused them to reconsider this approach. One more exploit. In all the Bethesda games, there's a dev room. Every item in the game is kept here. Security has to be top-notch, because otherwise, someone could just waltz in and take all of the best items in the game, and it would be an absolute disaster. Well, shit. Of course, Bethesda wasn't equipped to deal with the issue. People started flooding in, taking the best items in the game, then selling those items on a black market of sorts.
Wow.
At first, they tried the usual approach.
That's crazy.
Banning people who had some of the best items in the game. You spent 700 hours just to get the best gun? Die, cheater. Next, they put in a system where players would get tagged if they ever entered the room, and they banned those players. That wasn't much better because people would just start using Smurf accounts. Get in quick with a level 1 account. Get all that good shit. Then get the fuck out. Then use a duplication glitch to get a ton more of those items.
Wow.
Then transfer that stuff to your main account and you're good to go. Bethesda then takes out this level 1 and calls it mission accomplished. And you've just beaten the game.
Huh.
So the problem continued. Bethesda is running out of ideas to solve it. There's a lot of speculation in the media and among players about how exactly people are getting in, but no one except for the exploiters knows for sure. That said, Bethesda needs to act fast.
Like, my question is like, why do these companies, they don't pay attention? Like, obviously they are paying attention to it, but you would think like this would be things that you guys would have thought about prior before releasing the game. I don't know, me, if I know that I'm going to be releasing a video game here soon, I'm making sure that there would be no, well, it's like, you know, there are going to be people that's going to do glitches and mods and all of that, but we're going to get on that as soon as possible. But on the other hand, I am going to make the game fun enough to where people don't have to do stuff like that. Like, you're playing the game for an experience. You're playing the game to have fun. You know, like, not cheating or modding or any of that stuff. Like, the game, you are there to have fun. You are there to make memories off of this game. And I feel like with some developing companies, you're only doing this for the money. And that's why a lot of people, they do, like, if you guys, like, they want, like, that honest review, like, that's what you're going to get. And it's going to, like, really drive down the many other fans and people that want to play this game. So if you ask me how was my experience with Fallout 76, no comment, because I didn't play enough of Fallout 76, but also just from the little that I did play of it, I'm like, it just was like running around, and I came across like maybe 2 people, I believe.
Ruins the economy of the game. So they wrote another email and sent it out to the Smurfs. Hello, Cheetah. Do you want to tell us how you did it, and we might unban you, please? Should we not hear back from you, the account will simply remain suspended. Wow. It's not known whether this approach worked, but from what I've seen, it's still possible to get into the dev room. November 22nd, 2018. Just a week after the release, the game goes on discount. From $60 to $40 to $35 to $30. You can find it for $15 on eBay, and in Germany they're straight up giving it for free when you buy a PlayStation controller.
Wow.
Also, some stores are just zip tying it to other products. But to Bethesda, it's worth selling the thing at a price close to zero.
Wow.
Because it brings people into the atomic shop, which is where the real margins are. And it inflates the poor sales figures. Let's have a look at those. The latest figures show 76.
That's all video games. I feel like companies, they've learned that from sport games. Like, sport games, mainly, sport games, I was about to say, but just like EA games and 2K games, but when they have, like, that whole, like, the in-game, like, stores and stuff, oh, yeah, they're people, they rate that stuff. They rate that stuff. They are like, because what, 2K, it wasn't this last 2K, but I think it was 2K19. And I remember that when that game, before 2K20 had came out, they were charging $2.99 for 2K19. And then, of course, when you buy the game, then they're going to have it where the points to upgrade your character or to build your, like, ultimate basketball team, of course, they're going to have it where those points are, like, $60 or $40 or however much you plan on spending on the points. So the points is going to remain the same. But the game itself, yeah, it's going to probably be free at some point. Yeah, I think 2K20, I think it might be free right now as you speak on... actually, you know what? No, I take that back because... there's, like, I think it was free for last month, but I was like, I'm not downloading that game. Games like that are broken, so I'm like, yeah, this obviously is like, we're watching one right now, but yeah, it's like games like that where it's like, oh, we're just going to have, like, the in-game system or in-game store and stuff. That's where we're just going to drive all the money into, but it's like, to have it where it's just you have no players that be in the game to play it, yeah, it's really no point.
Sold less than a sixth of what Fallout 4 did.
Dang.
Not good. There's also been a massive oversupply of hard copies. Although, what's the point of a hard copy when the thing is just a cardboard disc telling you to redeem an online code?
Wow.
And while sales are low, returns are high. Immediately upon release, people began asking Bethesda for a refund. 76 is not on Steam, it's on Bethesda's own platform, so they have all the control.
Wow.
If players only played the game for a few hours, then generally they'd get their money back. However, it came out that people were sometimes getting refunds after a full 24 hours of play. Quite generous. But then word about this spread to forums. Then to Reddit, and a post got 12,500 upvotes informing people that this made pretty much everyone eligible for a refund, and the comments told them exactly how to do it. Bethesda was flooded with requests for refunds. And their response? Shut it down, lads.
was like, I was like, wait a second, DJ Khaled and then the one dude from The Office. I'm like, hold on, what am I looking at? So okay, so I'm like, I got it. I understand.
No one gets a refund now. Everyone go home. Show's over. Robot customer service man engage.
Wow.
Customers who have downloaded the game are not eligible for a refund. We apologize for the inconvenience. Die.
A few things followed. First, people got mad. One hardcore gamer even trashed a GameStop for refusing his refund.
Wow, oh, that's what that video was for? Wow.
Thank you for calling GameStop. This is Brian. How can I help you?
Yeah, I remember that video. I didn't know what was the reason behind that. Wow, I didn't know it was behind Fallout 76. Dang, that man, he probably just had so much fun just playing video games and things, and then all of a sudden, Fallout, and then he probably went into that GameStop, didn't think twice that one day he would go in there and trash the place because of a crappy game. Wow, that's crazy.
An overreaction, but probably also fake. Second, the media. And third, a class action lawsuit. Their inconsistent refund policy and terms of service may not be strictly legal. November 27th, 2018.
Like
McGlatfield Rathod LLP filed a class action suit on behalf of customers. Media quickly picked up on that. Their main argument is that it's a sometimes unplayable game owing to its technical problems, then they're refusing refunds, and that Bethesda is engaged in a strategy to release it anyway and then slowly patch their way into a more playable state. Updates on this lawsuit are slow, so I'll keep you informed on the second channel. Ad time.
Look, there's a meteor headed straight to Earth. Oh my god. We must do something. Was anyone curious enough to read about it online? Not me. Not me either. Nope. Oh no. Now people think I'm dumb and I have died a virgin.
Don't let this happen to you. Get Curiosity Street. It's a streaming platform with some of the best documentaries and non-fiction from around the world.
Oh, it's like a paid
partial
promo
nudity,
or something.
maybe if you look hard enough. But more importantly, the most arousing thing of all, knowledge. Works for your Roku, Android, etc., etc. It works on everything, okay? Science, nature, history, tech, society.
CuriosityStream.com/internethistorian for unlimited access to the world's free top documentaries and non-fiction series. Use the promo code InternetHistorian during the sign-up process to get the first 30 days free, then cancel any time. Wink. Please, look, I need sponsors. I bought a lifetime supply of toilet paper thinking I was saving money, but then I left it out in the rain and the crows got it, and now I'm back to square one. Please. CuriosityStream.com/internethistorian. Ads over. Let's rewind a little bit. Fallout fans made their pre-orders, and the most dedicated pre-ordered the Power Armor Edition. Wow. It came with a helmet, box, map, army toys, and a genuine West Tech canvas bag.
Of course. That's
Fast
how you
forward
get those
to the release.
sales.
And customers noticed that their precious bags, which are supposed to be made of the finest canvas in the land,
Was it that
look a bit
small bag
different.
that he just got?
In fact, it looks like a carry bag the real bag should come in. Did they really just advertise one thing and deliver another? Can't do that. So there was a surge of backlash, and people began emailing Bethesda, asking for refunds, asking for answers. By this point, customer service is absolutely over.
That's
it.
crazy.
They are done
I
with
didn't know they did that. I never buy those like those collector items when video games are coming out. I just get the video game. Although I did want to get the Grand Theft Auto collector's item thing because they had like a Los Santos hat, but I'm like, yo, I got a big head, so I'm like, I don't know if that hat would fit me and things. Like this hat right here is a large, so I'm like, bro, the fact that I gotta go look all the way in the back of the hat, like things off up in lids just to see what hat I can get and stuff. Like, yeah, I'm like, that's what I'm like, I'm afraid of that. So anyways, I'm not trying to have the hat and then the hat like stops like right there and stuff. But anyways,
facade, and they send this email in response.
Hello. We are sorry that you aren't happy with the bag. The bag shown in the media was a prototype and was too expensive to make. We aren't planning on doing anything about it.
That's the whole email.
Wow.
Staff at Bethesda aren't even hiding their contempt anymore. Naturally, the internet goes wild.
Are you fucking kidding me? Wow. Wow. Well, I got so mad, I shaved everything off my face.
Okay, guys, this is a bit of a PR nightmare. We have to quell the outrage. What do we do?
That is
well,
crazy.
We've got this in-game currency. Let's just give them the minimum amount of that. Fantastic idea. Hear ye, hear ye. Anyone who paid $200 to $300 for the Power Armor Edition is hereby entitled to $5 worth of in-game currency that you'll be able to spend with us. 500 atoms? Fuck yeah! What are you gonna do with your atoms? I'm gonna buy 5/18 of the white paint version of the Power Armor. Whoa! What about you? Lightwood laminate, lightwood laminate, lightwood laminate. Fuck the bag! He's right! Fuck the bag!
Man.
Lightwood laminate, lightwood laminate, lightwood laminate, lightwood.
That is crazy.
This was Bethesda's fantasy of what would happen. What really happened is further outrage, and even the media started piling on.
Almost heaven, West Virginia.
It even became part of that class action lawsuit from earlier. Bethesda put out a tweet apologizing for their curt customer service and gave a different excuse for why they didn't make the bags. A shortage of material, apparently. That was quickly debunked. Because it turns out they did make the canvas bag, except they gave them all out to influencers. Oh dear.
Of course.
It's not the same one, of course, but it's sourced from that ever-scarce material, canvas. But what's more amusing is that it turns out there is a canvas bag in the game.
Wow.
If you don the postman's outfit, which of course can be found at the Atom Shop,
that is...
for 700 atoms. Ooh, just short. Well, the bleating from the online community continued, and Bethesda's lawyers realized there would be trouble, so they decided to capitulate. Alright, fine. We'll make your precious fucking bag. If you want to claim it, you'll have to fill out this form with your name, personal details, address, etc., etc. And we'll ship out the bag to you in 4 to 6 months. But it doesn't quite end there. Because Bethesda is known for bugs, and of course their website is a buggy mess too. Turns out all of the customer support inquiries are unsecure and open to the public. In fact, people can open and close and change them at will. Listed are details of full legal names, phone numbers, home addresses, and more. If you've requested your canvas bag, you've just been doxxed.
Wow.
Not knowing how to immediately fix the problem, Bethesda panics and temporarily shuts down the whole website.
Wow.
And that is the tale of the duffel kerfuffle. How could this have been so difficult? They made one for New Vegas. One last piece of merch. A rum drink. Nuka-Cola Dark. Pre-orders available in September. Shipped out on November.
This game, okay, so yeah, I think they were saying that this game was definitely made by a different company, because I'm like, no way possible. You guys had all of these other successful Fallouts, and then this Fallout comes out, and it's the worst Fallout of all time. Like, you definitely, you had to have some other people behind this. Definitely some newbies, people that didn't know what they were doing, and you just left them to just pretty much just die. Like, these guys, they are not going to survive this. They are not.
The 14th, $80 plus postage and handling. Not cheap, but in return you got a very cool bootle. Looks good on the shelf. A great conversation piece with the family over Thanksgiving. Or at least it would have been. November 14th came and went, and there was no rum. Okay.
Wow.
A week later, on November 21st, an email comes through. There's a delay. Things aren't up to the usual Fallout standard, they say. The usual Fallout standard. It just works. Things aren't up to the usual Fallout standard. So we'll have it for you soon. No specific date given.
1 week later.
Nothing. Then on December 5th, another email. Good news. We start shipping on December 12th. It's been nearly 3 months since you pre-ordered, but as a show of good faith, we made this promotional video for you. And this is where things went from tardy to retardy.
Dislikes.
Right there. Did you catch that? That's just a regular industry bottle and a plastic shell. We paid $80 and waited a quarter of a year for a plastic shell? People were not happy. Look at that ratio.
Yeah.
Nothing in the marketing said that it was a plastic shell. Man. Super premium, we were promised. And the media agreed.
That is this game, man. So much trouble behind
People
this
began
game.
cancelling their orders. Silver Screen tries to convince people that it's not cheap and shitty. It actually cost us twice as much to make the plastic one than the glass one. Then what the fuck? We spent 100 hours coding the design. Convincing stuff. So it arrives, just a few days before Christmas. The rum is about the quality you'd expect.
Can I swear on this? It's my own show.
Worse is the design. The oversized lip means liquid can pour inside the shell.
Hard to pour because how they made this damn thing. Spilled like half the shot.
Very dribbly.
So you're best off opening the whole thing up to prevent spilling. If you do that, there's a good chance that you'll snap the flimsy plastic.
Wow.
Any liquid will immediately ruin this cheap paper sticker. Some made their own at home and the quality was about on par. But look, if you do want a decent version of this product, there are reputable sellers of them. They're on Etsy. They're far cheaper, and they actually give a shit. Not gonna lie though, some of the memes that came out of this were pretty good. Now, many claim that this was an honest mistake.
Sorry.
Or that customers were at fault for misinterpreting ambiguous marketing. I disagree. All of the marketing shows other glass items. All of the mock-ups show something more akin to frosted glass than plastic. They give plenty of descriptions of the product too, and not once do they mention plastic. And they were engaged in a bunch of other tomfuckery as well. Before the product was even available, they flooded their own product reviews with a bunch of 5 stars. This raised some eyebrows, and people on Reddit even called them out for it, so they deleted them. You can see all this activity on the Wayback Machine. Now, if they're happy to deceive people in this way, it seems silly to give them the benefit of the doubt about the glass. It's also worth quickly talking about the Bethesda merch store. Some of these items are pretty neat. That's cool. Good idea.
I'll wait about a whole year to get it.
Fallout 76 pant. Singular. But why is he so mad? The photography is all just slightly off. This gaudy jacket was mocked relentlessly on social media. But does the 76 and $276 really make it more immersive? And why did they just toss it on the ground? And it comes in this crumpled up toddler body bag. You're talking about hundreds of thousands of dollars in merch and you don't have an eye.
Honestly, it looks like a crime scene. It looks like a crime scene. Like, this is what the suspect put his guns and other drugs and belongings in. Like, that's what it looks like.
Why is she wearing the size XXL? She's clearly not happy about it. But who looked at this and said, "Good job, print"? Now that's surprising.
Wow.
And what the fuck? They made the bottle properly. Yeah, one of those please, but bigger and brown. Is that so hard? Let's get back to the game. December 2018. There are 2 new patches released that caused quite a stir. First, the good. For PC, they included a number of quality of life improvements, including push to talk. But it also brought in field of view sliders. Hooray! Increased stash capacity from 400 pounds to 600 pounds, and a small buff to automatic weapons. Hooray! They decreased the carry weight of bobby pins so it no longer took up 10 to 20% of people's inventory.
I got a box of bobby pins the other week that said weigh these.
There were also upgrades to the camp that allowed for easier construction, and a bunch of bug fixes. Hooray! The bad. A whole bunch of unannounced stealth nerfs. They generally made the game grindier. Ammo production was decreased. Fusion cores burnt out faster. Legendary enemies spawned less frequently.
On guard, I'll fuck you up.
And the backlash was significant, because everybody knew why Bethesda was doing it. To encourage people to use the Atomic Shop.
Of course.
And let's talk briefly about that store. Some of the prices are outrageous. A Christmas tree for $12,
A Santa outfit for 20. Blue and yellow paint for 18.
I wonder if this guy, if he did one on Grand, he had to do one on Grand Theft Auto. I don't think it shows on the side. Yeah. Yeah, I have to see. Honestly, I'll have to see if he did one on Grand Theft Auto, because Grand Theft Auto is no different. You paying, how much? Like $8 million for, like, some underground, like, bunker thing. Or what else? Or it's like $1 million for like some small like house in the like country part of the map and things. Like, yeah, Grand Theft Auto, I'm telling you, like, that's why people be modding and doing these things in this game, because you guys are just making it unreasonable for people to buy things. Like, no, I'm not trying to spend $18 on some like in-game suit. It ain't even worth it. I'm not spending that much on some suit.
$18. Oh look. $3 for the same sweater vest and slacks item imported from Fallout 4. But the biggest offense of all was the holiday emote bundle. $24 for some Christmas-themed emotes. Twice the price of these games.
Wow.
The media agreed that these were egregious prices. But worse, they're engaged in some deceiving marketing practices too. Oh look, it's marked down half price. But it's not. It was released half price. They're artificially jacking up the price, only to then give it a fake limited time discount in order to create a sense of urgency. That's illegal, here in Australia at least, in Canada, and in the EU. Reddit quickly picked up on this.
I was about to say, I don't know how many times I see where companies, they'll do that. Because no, they have it where video games on Xbox, they will get released. Or not, well, yeah, it'll be like in the like coming soon or getting ready to get released or whatever. And they will already be on sale before the game even comes out. So, like, yeah, they'll come out with maybe like a trailer, some pictures and crap. And then the game, then they'll say like, oh, the game costs like $39.99, but then they'll cut it down to where it's like $35.99. So it's like they're knocking $5 off before you even buy the game. So I guess, yeah, here in the States, they don't chirp about that, I guess.
Bethesda reacted by scrapping the discount and just setting it as the always intended price. Okay, it's been about 25 minutes of whining now, so I'm just going to leave it here. I didn't even get a chance to touch on the new pay-to-win fiasco. The new camera icon that lets you teleport, dwindling player numbers. But on the flip side, they're also adding new content and improving the game over time. Heck, No Man's Sky was a surprising comeback.
I know, yeah.
So, maybe Bethesda can do it too. But for now, Todd returns to cryostasis, hiding in his bunker until the bombs of outrage stop falling.
They released that.
And returning only when it's time
the original Skyrim behind
to get our hopes up once again.
Like everybody that was behind, everybody that was working at Bethesda when Skyrim 1 came out, from the janitors to people walking up and down
CuriosityStream.com/internet historian. Not many people know this, but I'm actually quite a good rapist, if you will. So I'm going to say all these names for you from the credits as fast as I possibly can, in time with the scrolling. Here we go, one take. Just Miles Millican, Justin Rowling, Steve Rizzo, Drudders, Indigo Zero, Luke Hackle, Astatine 210, Jordan Prince, Dr. Tex, Papa Spicy, Peter Teff, Edgy Kid X,
take your time,
Bryce Toiler Ham, Nate Odenkirk, but Sonya Waffles, Krabby. If you want to get read by the rapist, then why don't you head over to
He tried, but anyways, is that, yeah, I have to see if he did one on Grand Theft Auto 5, because it seemed like that Grand Theft Auto 5 would definitely be a good candidate for that game. But anyways, yeah, that was a pretty good video. I really did enjoy that. Shout out to Internet Historian. If you guys haven't, go subscribe to him. definitely going to check out more videos of his because this one was pretty good. But anyways, I will talk to you guys later. Thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. Like, subscribe if you're new to the channel. Once again, make sure you guys go subscribe to the Internet Historian for more videos like this. And that being said, I will talk to you guys later. Peace.